Good morning, Mr. Martin. How are you doing today?
Good morning.
My name is Mrs. Thompson. I'll be your therapist for today.
Yes, ma'am.
What brings you in today?
Just stress.
Stress.
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe how you're feeling and why you think it's stress?
Honestly, I went home and my wife and I was talking, and we got a little loud, and then the neighbors they called the local law enforcement, and the law enforcement came over and said somebody had to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I left the premise, I said I'll go. My children are there, and they need their money. We didn't do anything physical against each other. We didn't. We weren't physically fighting or anything, but I left. Then we had to appear in court. They gave us both a ticket for disturbing the peace. And when we got there to the judge, I think it was, I don't know, the city judge, I think, because city police is the one that got us.
Okay.
And they said that we need to go to anger management, and because we might have some stressful issues going on. And so that's why I'm here. The judge said we need to get the little piece of paper, bring it back to him, and when we get ready to go back to court. That's why I'm here.
How did you feel when the judge said that you all had, or you might have had, an anger issue?
I really had to be strong for my wife. I did. I was not embarrassed for myself. I was embarrassed for her and my children, to put them in that situation, that public situation. Because we do what we're supposed to do. We work hard every day. My wife works hard every day. Every day she works hard. And my children, she takes care of my children. And we just got. I didn't consider we were arguing real bad. She didn't really either. We was arguing about that remote control, and that just got a little too loud.
Tell me a little more about what happened that day.
I came home from work, and when I came in, put my shoes on, put my boots on, and I usually wash up a little bit. I don't take a bath, but when I take a bath, it's time for bed.
Okay.
I get up at 5 every morning. So, do what I usually do. Wash up, wash my hands, wash my face. And getting ready for supper. So, she always has supper about halfway through when I get there. And as normal, when I washed up and got ready to go sit down in my chair, somebody had been in my chair. And my remote control was gone.
So you have a designated chair that you sit in?
Well, we got children and grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I ask, they can do whatever they want to in the whole house. Even in my bed, the kids coming and jumping in my bed. And so the chair is just my spot.
That's your zone. That's your area.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So to speak. That's right. But everything else is there. Whatever's in the refrigerator. And but they know I like to have my remote control. I watch my news. I watch a few shows. Then I'm taking my bath. And eat. And then my bedtime. That's the way it goes.
Okay.
That's the way it's been going for the last 20 years.
Okay. So it seems like you guys, everybody knows the routine that when Daddy gets home, they know Daddy's routine. That Daddy comes home, he washes his hands, he's getting prepared for supper time, and he sits in his chair where the remote control is within reach.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you got home this particular day and went through your routine, you get to your chair and the remote control is not there. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think one of them grandkids, one of them grandbabies had got that remote. I don't know. But see, my daughter, I told her she needs to watch out for them children. She's too loose with those children. And my wife wants to take up for it every now and then. Miss Hobson, I raised my children. I brought the money to the house.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Get the bread one.
Light, water, and gas. Well, I ain't know no better growing up. And, I did what I could in terms of education. But
this is how you were raised. This is all you know.
Well, I mean, we won't manage no more control. But what I'm saying is, you need to keep a hand on your children. And we raised them kids. And I wish my wife would tighten up on them, not take up for it so much. She's my daughter, and I love her. But her choices as men, I mean, why you don't get a man that don't work? What you gonna do with it? What the family's gonna do with it? And then you bring the little kids over, and I love my grandchildren. But some families not gonna stand. And then they need to discipline those children, not to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them at all. But need to discipline and make them mad. Now that's the way I. Okay. We had no more control back then, but certain things you didn't do when Daddy get home. He get home out the field. All right. We know. My mom, she was gonna have that supper ready for him. And once he watched her, and I didn't understand it back then, but I understand it. And the only problem is my wife, I love her, but she needs to take up for the children when they're doing it wrong. They grown now, and they're making bad choices, and I ain't gonna stand for it.
So it sounds like you have some very strong family values, and if you know.
What do you mean?
That you're focused on, and you believe in family values.
What do you mean by family values?
Things that you believe in. I remember you.
Well, I believe you ought to go to church. I believe you need to go to work more than anything. You need to work. And I think you should have a man that's going to work if you're going to have one. So, now, if you're going to go and lay down with these men and bring the children back to my house and mess with my remote control, that's a problem. Not with the children. I love the children. And I love my daughter. But she's grown now. And she needs to, my wife don't need to take up for it. That's just the bottom line. And I ain't going to have a mess with my remote control. I just ain't going to have that. In our house, my wife, she never let my children borrow or mess with the television. That's before they got remote control. Mm-hmm. She know when I got home, the TV gonna turn to one spot. You understand what I'm saying? Now we're able to they got TV in every one of the houses now, every one of the rooms. TV in every room. Sometimes I get home, TV wide open. TV wide open. Ain't nobody even watching the TV. Jacking up that electric bill. I don't complain about it one bit. But it should be some discipline.
So it sounds like you're kind of frustrated and disappointed that your daughter is not participating or believing some of the same family values that you have. I hear you talk about her and her boyfriend, her husband, and how they should be able to provide for their family. You express some frustration about that, and you express some frustration about your wife not wanting to be to be on your side when it comes to the daughter and taking up for her. So it sounds like you're agitated about that.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I did not.
No, okay. Ma'am. No, I'm not mad about it. This just the way it goes. It's my house.
In your house.
Now, if she wants to do it her way, she needs to get out with one of them those good Negroes and get the house that she wants.
Have you and your wife explained your feelings and thoughts, or talk to your daughter about that?
I told my wife. she's in charge of the house. And she was supposed to tell her that.
Okay.
She's supposed to tell her that.
Okay.
And I don't know if she told her that or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So this all started or came out when you came home and was looking for this place. Therefore, led to a huge argument with your wife.
Well, like I say, we got a little loud. But I never touched her. I ain't never hit my wife. I mean, we've of course, every marriage, has its ups and downs. And of course, this ain't the first time we fussed. But I guess the neighbors heard it. I don't know. They be all in folks' business. It's some new neighbors we got that just moved over there.
Okay.
The other neighbors we've been going to church with them all our life. And they know we don't do it. Don't bother nobody. I didn't know. And the police told me I had to leave my own house. I said, man, I'm not hitting my wife. But they said, what the neighbors say. I said, they just moved over there. Just moved over there.
So I'm glad to hear that the incident didn't just really go up and you disrespected the law. It sounds like you were being respectful and you abide about what the law officers wanted you to do.
Oh yes, ma'am. He told me how to get this going. I got stuff. But and he told me that I had to appear in court, and I did. And when I got to the judge said we need a little piece of paper, and then they'll throw all this out. So who brought back the piece of paper? That's why I'm here.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So how can this be helpful to you by you being here? Other than I understand that you just want a piece of paper, but do you think you can get something out of this, or what would you want to see happen by you being here and expressing your concerns about how you feel about your daughter and her husband, the remote control not being where it's supposed to be?
You asked me, and I'll be quite honest with you. I really think my daughter's the one supposed to be here because she needs to know how.
Why you think your daughter?
She needs to know how to handle her children. That's the problem.
So you think if your daughter was here talking to me and telling me the reason why things blew up, things would be fine. All this would not have even happened.
Oh, I think the first thing is she's gonna be ashamed to tell you all what's going on. She ain't married. She got these children. Children by 3 different babies. Okay, all the babies just in a year apart.
But so since you are
I love the children, but I'm not gonna put up with that. Now she can go on over with whichever one she wants, and I'm just trying to figure out what happened to my baby. Did we do something wrong?
It seems like you're really truly concerned about her. And
well, I am. That's what I work for.
I commend you for that. Caring about your family.
Well,
it's a strong value.
Well, that's why my money went.
So let's start here at this point and see what we can figure out what you can do to help her in her situation.
Well, I know what I can do. She can get out the house. Now I told my wife we already solved that. Now when my wife gets the money, now my wife can pay for her apartment out the money, then fine. Whatever she going, but she can't be there. That ain't gonna work.
So if you don't mind, again, if you think about it, just ponder over what we can do or what you can do to help in this situation.
Oh, I already have. I need the paper now. She's got to get out of that house. She's already packed. I already packed the clothes already. She's my daughter and I love her. But now my wife's supposed to be finding another place to stay, and I suspect she probably done got it by now. But if not, it don't matter. She's got to go. Anytime